After ruining documentaries for everyone, Prince Harry and Meghan are now threatening to make rom-coms.
I know that they had a deal with Netflix
Yep.
that they penned in 2020. See, I used the verb penned.
That was good. Now use crestfallen.
And it was supposed to be...
gonna say
Yeah,
just gonna say it.
Why'd you ruin it?
I was like, that almost had me crestfallen, but you got there first.
I don't know how many years that was going to last. Are they still on their Netflix deal?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay, in that case, it means that Harry and Meghan are about to produce romantic comedy films and fun television series.
Can you think
for
of
Netflix.
anything less fun
they're
than
making an
something?
They're like the least fun and romantic people on the planet.
Seriously.
Imagine like the least kind, least happy couple. You know what it is too?
Me and Brett.
The couples that post a lot together on social media, you know they're not happy because they fake it. Like any couple that posts a suspicious amount of pictures together, you just know as soon as that camera's done, they're yelling at each other.
If they have every
just
month
look at Chris
anniversary,
Watts.
Yeah.
if they post about month anniversaries or week anniversaries, then that's a red flag for sure.
So imagine what Meghan Markle thinks is romantic and what Prince Harry thinks is funny. Combine them and imagine the 9.5 people on the planet who would also find that fun and funny.
Well, what they think is romantic is
Gaslighting
being
people?
a martyr.
Yes.
So
Being a
that's
victim.
exactly what is going to be reflected in their movies, I'm sure. This this says their Netflix documentary series, Harry and Meghan, which honestly I regret not reviewing, was billed as their love story. And now the Duke and Duchess plan to harness their own experiences as star-crossed lovers to make rom-coms. I hate the victimhood narrative that Harry and Meghan are star-crossed lovers, that they had a forbidden relationship, when in
Queen
reality
was like, you can't marry her.
like that never happened.
Coming
But-
from racist parents.
yeah, exactly.
The Queen was like, she's not the right color.
Yeah,
I mean-
like Meghan acts
I'm
like
picturing the trailer.
she moved to the UK and everyone just started hate criming her in the streets for being
I
black.
had to leave for her own safety.
She's barely even black. She even said in interviews that in the US she was never treated like a black woman.
He's Hall of Fame whipped.
Yeah.
He's like number
I've never
one,
seen anything like
Yeah.
it.
first, second, and third. I mean, imagine
He's on a
leaving-
child leash.
Imagine leaving like royalty titles for a psycho.
He's so far in now, too. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way back.
There's documentaries about it. Like,
Do you
it's-
guys ever
man.
watch those YouTubers that they like analyze body language of different celebrity interviews
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I love it.
sometimes.
like TV shows and stuff? Every time they do videos about Harry and Meghan, they're usually biased. And they're like, see, this movement of her eyes and the placement of her shoulders really means that they feel secure with each other. And like
It's media training for him.
they never, I mean, if their body language
That's
looks
true,
good or neutral, it's media training for Prince Harry.
Yeah.
But I think that the body language experts, so-called experts,
And she's an actor.
are just like making puff pieces about them because their relationship is obviously toxic.
You know why? Because there's a type of chick that just loves royalty. Have you met them? The type of chicks that they watch the wedding,
Yeah.
and they watch it from
Yeah.
their couch, and they
it's
dress
like
nice to watch
niche
it.
No,
interest
I've-
in America, but like all of the UK is like that.
My mom loved the royal family.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. My mom.
And now that like
My
we
mom
don't
looked like Princess
have Diana
Really?
anymore, and Kate Middleton is just kind of like milk toast,
We
then
love
you have
Kate
to
Middleton,
focus
though.
Kate
all of
Middleton's
your
a babe.
energy on hating Harry and Meghan.
Damn.
I do wish that I had hate watched
wow, she did.
Yeah.
the Harry and Meghan series.
Yeah, it's I'm not. I'm very glad that I've only got so many years left on this planet, and watching any
a
of
lot of
it
time to
with
commit
them
there,
on
yeah.
this planet is too much time.
We're watching Velma. You really don't have room
No,
to
no,
talk.
I would actually rather watch Velma and be miserable than watch Harry and Meghan and be
So
miserable.
here's what their inside source said. There will be more of a heavy focus on fictional scripted content. It will be rom-coms, feel-good, and light-hearted programs.
There is not what does Meghan Markle like that's lighthearted?
What do they feel
Was
good
she only
about?
called a little bit racist one day, and that was like really nice to her? Like she was only given like a couple of racist insults, therefore she thought that was a good day. That's what she likes. She likes being a victim.
Never in Meghan Markle's life has she actually
Also,
been the victim of racism.
It also says fun content that informs, but also gives hope. I don't want to be informed.
Infotainment?
I don't want to be informed. I want Hollywood to embrace ignorance. I don't want you to teach me a lesson. You are not smart enough to teach anyone a lesson, nor are you moral enough to teach any of us any type of rules for living. You're not Jordan Peterson, and you're not any type of guru. You're horrible people that have jobs that indoctrinate the next generation of children. It is not your job to do any of those things, and Harry and Meghan are even worse because they're not funny and they're not romantic. It would be like hiring me to teach a basketball
they're
court, like to
funny
play basketball.
to laugh at, not
Yeah,
with.
yeah. I was gonna say like this might be interesting because it would be more fun to watch them try and act like something they're not. But then,
Well, I mean, this is the idea that they're going to produce them, right? So they're not going to write them.
Yeah, they're claiming they're not going to be on camera because they prefer
Wait,
to
what?
be.
No, it's
Oh, well, never mind.
they own a production company. So, but
Wait, so they're gonna write the stories?
No, so the idea here is like, what does Meghan Markle sit at home and dream about seeing in a
Right.
rom-com? She's like,
great.
I love Matthew McConaughey and I love J-Lo, like the most milquetoast rom-com
She
people
says
you can
she's
think
watched
of.
all of the Julia Roberts rom-coms.
Oh my gosh,
Actually,
she
okay.
would.
Hey, I can get behind that. If
I
we're,
think that
if we're
they're
gonna go
gonna-
back to like, what if she's like super, like she's like
Miss
super,
Congeniality.
like she ends up doing like she has
How to
like
Lose
her
a Guy in
own
10
Great
Days.
American Family and doesn't do anything but straight couples and becomes super based.
They're gonna make a dramatized version of their own love story, if you can call it that, called When Harry Met Meghan.
Oh my god.
very nice.
Are you excited?
Wait, that's serious?
Is that serious?
It's gonna be a cultural moment. No, it's
Okay.
not confirmed, but rumors.
Yeah, marketing woman extraordinaire.
Yeah,
Love that.
honestly, your influence on me is showing.
My daughter.
Here's a quote from Meghan Markle to Variety from last year.
Dude, I got some in the hair too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the
They're basically
stink bug.
co-hosts at this point.
They want me.
People
Really
love
bad.
love. I'm not excluded in that sentiment, and our definition
I
of
am a
love
human.
is really expansive. Partner love, self-love, of course, self-love.
No.
And the love of community and family.
Stop right there. No it's time to bring back self-loathing. It's time to stop pretending like
time.
we're all like super confident in ourselves.
not.
I'm
Well,
down.
I am.
I'm done with pride. I'm done with being proud of who you are. It's time for everyone to embrace a little bit more self-hatred every once in a while.
Don't you
I'm
think
just
that
saying.
there's a happy medium
Nope.
between
Nope.
self-loathing
not for
and
at least 10
self-love?
years.
Self
We've had enough-
crestfallenness.
We've had enough pride for a lifetime. It's time for at least a decade of self-loathing.
Okay, I mean, if we have to balance the scales, so be it. And also,
So be it.
An
Yeah,
that
anonymous
was weird.
friend.
So be it. It's like
Pronunciation.
my version of podcast.
It's like Soviet.
It's not one word, Brett. That's the difference.
Marry communist confirmed.
One of their anonymous sources said, the couple has had enough of being in the spotlight for now. It was a difficult few weeks in many ways, and they want to take a step back.
Few weeks.
I thought they had
After
enough
the
of
Harry
being
and
the,
Meghan
I thought they had enough of being in the
series.
spotlight when they quit the royal family, and they wanted to leave the spotlight to not be in the royal.
This is
not
going to
in the
be
public
their
eye anymore.
narrative for the entirety of their public career, is that they're constantly running from the press and they're running from the spotlight.
as they call the press to be there.
Yes, as they plan their paparazzi appearances and make documentaries about themselves and arrange interviews about their relationship and their private lives. It's the same song and dance as all celebrities, but they're even worse at playing the game.
I'm literally trying to think
Like,
of
they're a
what,
sorry excuse for a Kardashian family.
Yeah.
Like, they
Well,
want to be the Kardashians, and they're not even as good at it.
She's not like
as
who's,
they are.
Who's the worst female Kardashian?
That's a challenge.
Probably one that I don't know the,
The
name
mom?
of.
Maybe Chris.
So she's a wannabe Kris Jenner, and he's
Damn.
an even worse Scott Disick.
So here's my take on this. She's really hot, but
Kris
I don't.
Jenner?
No.
Oh.
Merkel. What's her name?
I gotta look this
Markle.
up.
Angela Merkel.
Uncle Merkel. Absolute babe.
Dane's
He
got
likes
just
the
like
gills.
Yeah.
He likes the gills.
he's got a huge poster of Angela Merkel in his room.
Imagine. No, Megan. She's a babe, but I don't think she's ruined a historic legacy, babe. I don't think
she
she's
did.
there,
What do you
but
mean?
apparently she is.
What do you mean ruin a historical legacy?
Thank you, guys.
This.
All right.
Brett, you're.
He's out of control.
The 300th, guys, the one for 300 is even better. I promise you. It's
Oh,
so
I
good.
bet.
It's so good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Even better than
Yes.
that
Oh, way better.
disaster.
That was gonna cause internal
Way
bleeding.
better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like your eardrums are gonna pop. Like, luckily, guys,
Epilepsy warning for episode 300.
I've
y'all.
only got one ear that works, and it's turned away from the speaker, so I'm kind of safe. It's
What
not
if
gonna.
we do strobe lights for our crisis party?
Somebody has a seizure and we get sued.
Everyone get health insurance by tomorrow.
If we give a warning before we start the show, then they can't sue us.
Yay.
That would be so great. Like, have you ever seen like when in the music video for Kanye's for All of the Lights, it's got like it's got the warning before it because of the way the
So
music
many
video's
videos do that now.
done. Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about Scott Disick, he was always like a victim of circumstance, the same as like every male in that family. They're kind of just purse puppies to the women, and I think Prince Harry is the same way.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's completely an accessory to Meghan Markle's blue collar
I'm looking
acting
through
career.
these like the
Picture
pictures
that
come up.
romantic comedy
What
where
pictures?
it's like boss
When you
babe,
Google it.
Meghan Markle wannabe. Like it'll be a self insert of that, right? And it will
can't
be,
wait.
It will be a boss babe who like needs a, and they'll perpetuate the lie that women don't want to marry men that make more money than them. So she'll like settle for a house husband, and they'll make a movie where they pretend like women would be okay with that, with marrying a guy who just sits at home and does cleaning.
That's the
while she's
future
a
of
CEO.
rom-coms, though.
It's not.
I mean, it's even
It's
been in
not.
rom-coms since the 2000s. If you remember The Devil Wears Prada,
Yeah.
she had like a live-in boyfriend.
But that's like the
who
one
was
where-
just like, I really support your career, sweetie.
But wasn't he like a master chef too?
That's an example of like
remember what
one
he
that
did for
works.
a
But like
living.
in
I
general,
just outed myself.
women like I was watching a video yesterday. He's like women like because I was watching a video where he was dissecting the reason why Marvel.
Who's they?
His name's Zach. So he was talking about why does Marvel keep trying to make movies for women when women don't want to watch?
Severely not
And
interested.
He's like women like 4 types of movies. Like they like reality TV. They like boss babe like professionals. So like detectives, doctors, anything you can clock out at 5 p.m. Boss babe detective that can
Sure.
clock out at 5. True
Not
crime.
only clock out at 5 though.
Yeah.
Go home with a glass of wine.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Lay back and have a box of chocolates at the end of the day.
True crime and romance stories. That's what women like. I don't buy that Meghan Markle will make one of those types of movies. I don't. I don't think. I think she'll try to make it Boss Babe and it'll fail.
That's why I think, by the way, that Discovery Plus has really gotten in their bag. Like,
Yeah.
they have a list of their content that is like solid. It's like lifestyle, cooking, food, whatever,
House-
true crime, reality TV, relationships,
House Hunters and stuff like that.
all
too.
of that
Yeah.
stuff in one.
Yep.
And they just know what their bag is. Meanwhile, all these other streaming services are floundering. They don't know who they are.
It's literally a microcosm of the problem with comics, right? Like they keep trying to find the phantom audience that isn't there. Just do what you're good at. That's
Yeah.
all you have to do. It's not that hard to
really
be
not.
like. It's hard to get to the size of these companies, but once you're the size of these companies, you just like you said, get in your bag, stick to what you're good at.
That reminds me, someone responded to my take from our review of episode 3 of The Last of Us and said, oh, what? You don't want themes? You just want an hour of Joel and Ellie bantering and killing the infected a week?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I
Literally
want.
just
I
that.
just want them to understand what the audience wants. That is it.
No, I want
That is
more
it.
homoerotic
More
theater.
AIDS awareness day
Damn, okay.
soap operas.
The funny thing about this is, if they had done the same thing and it was a straight couple, it would have been just as much of a distraction.
Just as bothersome, but
It
I
would have
say,
made
like,
no. It would have made. It would have
less
been just as
agenda-driven,
much,
at least.
less of an agenda, but it would have been just as much of a distraction from the main story. Right?
Anyway, reeling it back to our main story, I just wanted to mention there's like a mass exodus from their production company right now. So it looks like Archwell has lost its internal content head. They lost their.
Is the diversity, equity, and inclusion officer still there though? That's the real question.
I wonder if they have one.
Oh, they've got a whole
They
department.
lost the lead of their marketing team, Dane. There's an opening for you.
They lost their Dane.
They lost their COO and they lost their head of audio.
Trust me,
all
they've
in
never
the
had a
last
Dane
year
in their life.
because of their move towards scripted content. So I wonder, like, what kind of goblins are going to replace them, and then what horrible content are they about to produce? And I can't wait to see it.
I don't think that they're even capable of making good rom-coms like this anymore because straight relationships are so demonized. in a way where it's not possible. They can't do it well anymore. Like they don't understand that it's still marketable, that people will still, that one from Sandra Bullock last year did over $100 million. I don't remember what the name of that movie was, but that one she made last year with Channing Tatum made like $100 million. Because it was like an adventure rom-com, but it was still a rom-com.
I love that Jennifer Lopez has become like the face of rom-coms at this point.
She's homely, smoking hot at the same time.
I don't think she's homely. That's
not
But no, in the
That's
movies,
a bold statement.
in the movies they portray her, that they dress her down.
to make her more relatable,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah, no, they do. And plus, everyone knows that she hit it out of the park with Made Manhattan back in like 2000. Yeah.
Brett, you like J-Lo movies?
Oh no. I
I?
just saw this
Really?
other report
Is
from
this gonna be a thing?
Telegraph. Prince Harry was a candidate to host SNL, and I know that
Oh my God.
the offer is not off the table yet.
I mean,
no.
did anybody here watch the
No, no,
dystopian Mario Kart SNL skit from last week with Pedro Pascal?
No.
They do like, it's supposed to be a trailer for The Last of Us. Guys, when this stream is over today, you guys should all go check this out. It was like the first time that SNL has been funny in a very long time. Basically, it's supposed to be like The Last of Us, but it's like gritty SNL, but it's supposed to be like gritty video game adaptation, but it's just Mario Kart. And
Was it good?
the trailer's
An Elseworld Mario.
yeah, it's an Elseworld Mario Kart story, and he goes, I'm a, and it's like him and all the other characters. He goes like, I'm a complicated character, and like, what makes you complicated? I'm bisexual. So all the characters are complicated and nuanced because they're bisexual. It's great.
Love that.
So yes, I shudder to think as to what the hell Meghan Markle would find to be romantic. Is it yelling at the guy? Is that romantic to her?
It's, by the way, these people, they can literally not do it. They have no creativity, so it'll just be their lives. Like, it's gonna be a movie of a guy who leaves the family for her because racism, and it's literally just gonna be their life, and she's like, they'll never get it.
We can't really have rom-coms anymore because people are so full of hate.
No, they can. They can't. Like a lot
And
of people
humorless.
believe. A lot of people believe that. They're like, yeah, rom-coms worked until the divorce rate went above 50%, and nobody's. It would be like making a movie about buying your first house now. Like, is that not like a? How is that still a thing? How do we have shows about buying houses when nobody can afford a house anymore?
Listen, rom-coms worked because the guy was desirable for women and the woman was desirable for men. And so you could be like, oh, I'm that guy. I want a girl like her, and she'd think the opposite and equal, right? Now they just get Lizzo with George Clooney.
Yeah,
You're like, what the
and you
hell
have
is
to pretend,
going on?
and everyone has to pretend that that's actually what people would want.
Yeah, that's what George Clooney is dating.
Yeah.
Lizzo.
Wait, really?
Well, I mean,
No.
hasn't anybody here seen This Is
Because
Us?
he is the bigger person.
I mean, actually.
But no, I got it.
Love that.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.